More of these were dark, maybe. What up, what up? Gotta put a few more cards in here. One action, just add you. Add another copy of you. No, I hate throwing multiples. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Right? Almost just want to add another Magister. Let's see. How's everything in here? We're pretty tight up here. I don't know if we necessarily need Avermax in this deck. We pull Avermax or Dark? I think Avermax, honestly, just because Dark can let us combo all the way into an access code, so just off the 2 cards. Yeah, let's do that. We'll add him. Come over here. We're gonna add a copy of Crowley. Not bad. Generate that last Celine. Cool. Save. Alright. Alright. What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Full Metal Digimon. Today I want to show off my pure Endymion deck list. Okay? I hope I'm not lagging that bad in the fucking video. Holy shit. Holy moly. Holy moly. My computer just had a stroke, bro. Luckily I pay attention to my guy and I watched him struggle just then. Let's see if the clip's actually that disgusting. What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Full Metal Digimon. Today I want to show off my pure Endymion deck list. Okay? I hope I'm not lagging that bad. Oh yeah. No, it was bad. Remove, yes, delete. Thank you. Alright, we're not logging so bad anymore. I'm just gonna do a freeform and then I'll cut it out of the VOD later. You ready? Alright. What up, everybody? My name's Full Metal Digimon. Welcome back to the channel. This is my Endymion deck list. I'm gonna show it off, go through what's in here, how it works, and then I'm gonna stream for way longer than I normally get to, since I am home alone for the first time in like 2 years. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and go through the deck. So I played a little different because I really like having extenders and different combos to go into. So we'll go into these three right here. This is Jester Confit. A lot of people don't know about this card. It says you can only control one. You can special summon this card in attack position. Point blank, inherent summon. If summoned this way, during your opponent's next end phase, you can target blah, 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 no one cares. This is a Dark Spellcaster, level 1, that you can just special summon for free, okay? Magician's Souls kind of serves the same purpose. You can send a level 6 or higher spellcaster to the grave, and then summon this card. You can then send up to 2 spell cards from your hand or field to the graveyard to draw more cards. These are just raw extenders that you can search both of them off of our Magical Abductor. Okay, we'll go into that very soon. Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, also known as Blue Boy. Blue Boy says if he's normal summoned or flip face up, add a Spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand. Neat little interaction you can do with this is you can actually set him face down and have him flip up, and he'll still search a card. Not useful in this deck, but something that he can do. So this is the normal summon of the deck right here. This will search for your Spellbook of Secrets, which will search for your Spellbook of Knowledge, which will send the Blue Boy to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. Pot of Greed. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go into our actual Endymion monsters. No, you know what? Let's do all of our extra guys, okay? So this is Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser. This is our Pendulum Extender, okay? This lets us get into Electromite in ways that you're not supposed to in this deck, alright? I only play one because it's not as useful in this as it is in Pendulum Magicians. But, you scale this as a Pendulum card, and if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card. This is also a spell counter. If you have a Servant in this, you can activate your spell counter card and then play this. It'll put a spell counter on the card, and then you can summon it for free body. Non-Endymion cards. Astrograph Sorcerer. Should know this card. If you don't, read this giant wall of text. No, just the top. Oh damn, yeah, you gotta read the whole wall of text. I'll tell you what it does. All right. If a card you control is destroyed, on resolution, you can activate this card, and it will summon itself, and then add a monster that is in your graveyard, extra deck, or banished that was destroyed this turn. So this combos well with our Electromite, which we'll go into. Into our actual Endymion monsters. There are 2 high scales in your Magister of Endymion and Endymion the Mighty Master of Magic. And then you have 2 low scales in your Servant of Endymion and Reflection of Endymion. So we'll go into our low scales first, with the most powerful one of them all, Servant of Endymion. This card used to be banned and or limited. The TCG, this deck was a huge problem when it came out, just so you know. Its Pendulum effect is the most important. This is the card you want to grab first. Play it on the field, and each time a spell card is activated, you place a spell counter on this card. You can remove 3 spell counters from this card to special summon this card and any Pendulum monster, or any monster from your deck that you can place a spell counter on. And then you put a spell counter on both of them. This will get you into Electromite immediately. If you have the Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser, even better, it gets you a Jackal on field with an Electromite for the monster negate for the Nibiru. Alright? And I personally like doing that, that's why we play so many extenders. Our other low scale is the Reflection of Endymion. Now, its Pendulum effect is each time a spell card is activated, place a spell counter on this card. You can remove 3 spell counters from this card to special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone, and 1 card from your hand that you can place a spell counter on, and then put a spell counter on each. This actually has a relevant monster effect. You can only special summon Reflection once per turn. And if this card is special summoned, you can target a card your opponent controls and 1 card you control with a spell counter, except this card, and then return them both to the hand. Then place the same number of spell counters on this card that the return card had. And then if this card with the spell counter gets destroyed by battle, you can add an Endymion card from your deck to your hand. Now it doesn't come up much, but in the stall game, this card's actually really useful, so that's why we're playing 2 of them, even though you can only special summon it once per turn. Onto our high scales. Servant has a monster effect too, let's just read that really fast. Each time a spell card... Nope. You can only special summon Servant once per turn. This card with a spell counter can attack directly. I didn't even know that, if I'm being super honest. Once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can discard a card and then put a spell counter on each card you control that you can place a spell counter on. And if this card is destroyed in the monster zone, you can put it back in your Pendulum Zone and then apply spell counters to it, which is pretty neat, honestly. So let's go into the high scales. Magister is the bad high scale. This card says, anytime a spell card is activated, place a spell counter, blah blah blah. You can remove 3 counters from this card to special summon this card, and 1 card from your Pendulum, or 1 card from your extra deck that's face up that you could place a spell counter on. Now, a little thing about this, it's not super obvious, but anytime you summon any monster from your extra deck, or anytime you summon any Pendulum monster from your extra deck, it has to point to a Link monster or be in the extra monster zone. So if you don't have any Link arrows and you don't have any free zones, you won't even get the option to activate this. So it can be a little clunky, but it is your other high scale. Its monster effect can only be special summoned once per turn, and when this card declares an attack, you can place a spell counter on it. And then on your opponent's turn, at any point, quick effect, you can remove 3 counters from your field to special summon a monster from your deck that you can place a spell counter on. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, put it in the Pendulum Zone and apply the spell counters back to it. So very, very good. And then our best high scale and our best monster in the whole deck, the Wall himself, Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic. Now this is a daunting card to try to read. I'll be super honest. I understand. I genuinely get it. Its Pendulum effect could be way shorter, I think, right? In a nutshell, you remove 6 counters off the field, spell counters, and then you can... let me just read it verbatim. Remove 6 spell counters from your field. Special summon this card from the Pendulum Zone. Then count the number of cards you control that can have a spell counter and destroy up to that many cards on the field. And if you do, place spell counters on this card equal to the number of cards destroyed. Freaking amazing. It's a continuous spell effect that's not like activated, it's just the effect of the spell card. So you can't Solemn Judgment this, you can when you play it down. Actually, I think you can just Solemn Judgment it. There's a lot of things that you can't do to stop this card from going off. A lot of negates won't work. Skill Drain doesn't work. Let's see. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit that doesn't work against this. Its monster effect is a little easier. Once per turn, when a spell trap or its effect is activated, you can return 1 card you control with a spell counter to the hand, and if you do, negate the activation and destroy it. Then you can place... Hold on. My dog escaped. How did you get out? How did you get out? I didn't even let you outside. Turns out it's my fault. So yeah, once per turn, spell and trap card negate. Return a card to the hand, then destroy it. Then place spell counters on this card. And while this card does have a spell counter, you can't target it with card effects. Also cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then if it gets destroyed by battle with a spell counter on it, you can add a normal spell from your deck to your hand. And that's any normal spell, which is freaking insane. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What else we got? We got the Astrograph Sorcerer. We kind of went over that a little bit. Mythical Beast Jackal King. Pendulum effect is literally garbage and useless. Its monster effect is amazing. Each time a spell card is activated, place 2 spell counters on this card. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster activates a monster effect, and that's in the hand, in the grave, on the field, whatever, quick effect, remove 2 spell counters from anywhere on your field and negate the activation and destroy it. Freaking amazing. Last one is our Magical Abductor. Bay. Oh, excuse me. Each time a spell card is activated, you can place a spell counter on this card. This is the Pendulum effect. And then you can remove 3 spell counters from this card to add any Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. Amazing. And its on-field effect's actually pretty good too. As the same place a spell counter for each spell card that activates, gains 100 attack for each spell counter on it. Once per turn, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card, add 1 level 1 spellcaster monster from your deck to your hand, which we happen to have 2 of right here. So Magical Abductor is just another low scale that is pretty amazing. Yeah, and that covers all of these monsters. So then, getting into the spells, this is going to be fast, okay? Card Destruction, if they max CU, you can crash your Endymion with a spell counter to search Card Destruction, and then deck them out. Because this deck will special summon a ton. You'd be surprised how often this card comes in handy. Also just draws cards, and is a spell card that you can activate pretty much whenever you want. Upstart Goblin at 3, draw 1 card. Into the Void at 3, draw 1 card. Spellbook of Secrets searches a draw 2 cards. Pot of Desires, draw 2 cards. Chicken Game at 3, draw a card. Triple Tactics, draw 2 cards. Spell Power Mastery, search a card, put Ultra spell counters. Actually, we'll go into this one. This one's pretty good. This will add any Endymion card from your deck to your hand. And then you can count the number of Spell Power Mastery and Spell Power Grasp you control or are in the graveyard, and place that many spell counters on a card you can place spell counters on. So this is actually 2 spell counters on the first activation, and then 3 spell counters on any other activations past that. And then we do play 1 copy of Dark Ruler No More and the 2 Triple Tactics talents, since these are searchable through Endymion. You can also search any of these, that one, any of these, pretty much anything except for the Chicken Game. Alright? So the whole second half of the deck is draw cards. Pendulum monsters, draw cards. Really easy. 20 and 20. I love this ratio. It works out pretty freaking amazing. So here into the extra deck, this is where things are going to get kind of awesome. We have our Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, arguably one of the best fusion monsters for pendulums ever. When this card is special summoned, and I'll go into how we do that very soon, you can target an opponent's face-up attack position monster and return it to the hand. It comes up. This is the big one. When a spell, trap card, or another monster's effect is activated, shuffle a face-up pendulum monster from your extra deck into the deck, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. And that's a hard once per turn, but game the Omni negates are a fat. Supreme King, Dragon, Starving Venom. This is kind of a niche option in this deck. This can be made using any 2 Dark Pendulum monsters, and you just contact fuse them right off the field. And then you can copy any card that's on the field or in the graveyard until the end phase, and he'll copy their effects and everything and change their name. And then also it gains a lingering effect that if any monster you control attacks defense monsters, you inflict piercing. So this is my Crooked Cook counter right here. Ah! I do that. Clicked all the wrong buttons. Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. So this card is any 2 level 7 monsters, which a lot of our deck are. Level 7, level 7, level 7, level 7, level 7, level 7. Alright, so we go into this pretty much every time we can. And then this can negate an attack by detaching a material, which is Garbaggio. Then you can special summon an Odd Eyes from your hand to graveyard, which we don't have any. And if this XC summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon an Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck. So that will just summon Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon for free. We play 1 Crowley, the First Profiteer. This card just lets you reveal 3 spellbook cards with different names and then add 1 of them to your hand. This can be really good if you need a normal summon. It also has a second effect that no one talks about. Each turn, a level 5 or higher spellcaster you normal summon can be normal summoned without tributing. So this will actually just let you plop a Endymion, a Jackal, any of them just right onto the field in addition to whatever else you're doing. Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. This is, in my opinion, the best card in the whole game. Alright? When you summon this card, you'll send the Astrograph to the extra deck, and then you can pop one of your Pendulum monsters to add Astrograph back to the hand, draw a card, summon the Astrograph, and then search the same Pendulum monster that you popped. So usually a Mighty Master, in my cases. This card's super broken. You can also copy its effect with your Starving Venom, right? This guy. And then you can do it again. We used to be able to do that a lot before Starving Venom got limited. Play 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Cross Sheep, which we'll go into the combos, 1 Dark the Dark Charmer for link climbing, 1 Beyond the Pendulum. This is another unique card to Pendulum decks. When this card is link summoned in the extra monster zone, you pay 1200 and add any Pendulum monster from your deck to the hand, but for the rest of the turn, until you Pendulum summon, you can't activate monster effects or any cards in your Pendulum zones, okay? And then, so you summon her, immediately Pendulum summon. If you Pendulum summon 2 different leveled monsters to the zones that she points to, you can pop 2 cards on the field. And it has to be 2 cards, so be careful. Nightmare Unicorn for the IP Masquerena. Triple Celine, just for the combo potential. She also has a neat effect. So when she's link summoned, you place spell counters on her equal to the number of spells on the field and in the graveyards, which can be like 20, 30 spell counters sometimes, literally. And then while an Endymion card is on the field, you can't target this card for attacks. And then, quick effect, you can remove 3 spell counters from your field to special summon a spellcaster from your hand or grave in defense. So this actually combos very well with the reflection of Endymion. So this will let you quick effect summon from the grave, bounce an opponent's monster, and then hopefully you have the IP Masquerena on the field. Then you can link them all up into an Appaloosa afterwards. Let's go ahead. Appaloosa, access code. You should know what those do if you play. You should not be trying to play this deck. Let me preface this right now. If you're not that good at Yu-Gi-Oh, don't play this deck. If you're not looking to like really challenge yourself and like just be able to go with the flow, don't play this deck. This deck is quite temperamental. It's a little crazy, you know what I mean? When it works, And it works. When it doesn't work, you're gonna feel horrible. You're gonna feel bad about yourself. I'll tell you. For certain. Alright. So yeah, that's the whole deck. We're done with that. Let's go ahead and drop this. Let's get our own background music going. Boom. Alright, let's get ready. Yeah, we're not doing this garbage event because I don't have fairies or fiends. And I'm tired of playing Labyrinth. Two more seconds, I swear I'm almost done. Ugh. Alright. Let's get in there. We're 3 wins from flat. Shouldn't actually take us very long. Alright, so we drew a real hand. You ready? Very first thing we do every time, scale the Endymion, scale the servant. Alright? Scale the servant and just start drawing cards, alright? We should play this, actually. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. We missed a spell counter. Don't worry about it. Burn 1,000, draw a card. Oh, beautiful. And let's upstart, draw a card. Beautiful! Oh my gosh. So we'll go ahead, activate the servant. Up, up, up. Here we're gonna summon into a Mighty Master, since we already have Jackal in the hand. Endymion. Servant. Up, up. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to link those right into the Electromite. Pop him up here. Activate. Don't mind if I do. We're gonna send the Astrograph Sorcerer. And then I don't even care about the Magister. We can get that going another way. Pop that, add Astrograph back to the hand. Now here, if you can do it, you really want to get another level 7 on the field. But we don't have a way to do that right now, so we're going to have to figure something else out. So go ahead and summon the Astrograph. Add the card to our hand, don't mind if we do. Add another copy of Magister. And we're going to draw a card for free. It's actually not the worst draw ever, believe it or not. So here we'll grab Blue Boy. Go ahead and summon Blue Boy. Now the best thing about these like non-pendulum extenders is they go to the grave when they're done. And you'll see why that's relevant in just a minute. Oh my god, I should have been putting fucking... I'm so dumb. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, brah, it's not a big deal, okay? Play, 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 play. Into the void. Draw into an upstart. Beautiful. We're gonna draw into a Jester. Freaking beautiful. Activate the Abductor. Let's go ahead and grab probably another Endymion. Now we have an Endymion in the hand. That can be pretty powerful here. Let's think. Alright. Check. To hold L3 on this. How many special summons have I done? Oh, it's not gonna tell me, huh? Let's think. We special summon both of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, this was a normal summon. What do we got? Got some pretty good stuff. So what I'm actually gonna do... Yeah, this will be nice. We're gonna summon this here. And just because this is what I'm feeling like, we're gonna go into a 4 material Appaloosa. Alright. Here's our 4 material Appaloosa. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and pendulum summon. Summon both of those from the extra deck, both of these from our hand. It's like every boss monster that we have all at once. Boom. Same pose. I don't know if you noticed that. These two are the same pose. Sending you over here. Sending you over here. Bom, 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 bom. Now we got all of these. We can go ahead. And we're actually going to take one of these and Astrograph. We're gonna make a Hot Eyes Absolute Dragon over yonder. Normally I would go into a cross sheet and then get an additional summon off of this, but we don't need it right now. We're gonna Pot of Desires, banish 10, draw 2. What did we banish? Nothing that I particularly care about, honestly. Oh man, oh yeah. Now let's not forget, we used him to the void this turn, so we're gonna have to... We're gonna have to make sure to get rid of everything off of the field. So here we're gonna summon Devil Magister, even though he says that you can't. And we're gonna go ahead. What are we gonna make here? What are we gonna make? just go into a Starving Venom for no reason, but we're actually just gonna go into the IP Masquerena here. Absolute's gonna activate. Summon our Vortex over here. I really like to summon him here for reasons. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set everything from our hand right now. We do a quick think. We're super good. So let me go through what we have right here. We're lower life points than him, so we cannot actually take any damage. So no effect damage, no battle damage. So if they do some stupid Trickstar FTK, can't do it. Quadruple negate Appaloosa. Spell and Trap negate on the Endymion by bouncing the Abductor. We have a remove 3 spell counters from anywhere on the field. To special summon a spell counter monster from the deck. Not that important. Monster negate. Go into the Unicorn with no cards in our hand. But the Unicorn, if we could do it right now, would actually do not what I was talking about. And an Omni negate. Don't worry about what I'm talking about. Just look at the board, alright? Just look at the board. I can't explain it, but you can fucking see what's going on. Alright? Let's see, what's this guy gonna do? Is he actually playing Blue Eyes? What is that? Okay, dragon. Non-cyber dragon. Oh. What? Attach it to material. If this card's normal special summon, target 5 in your graveyard, shuffle and draw 2. Wow. Yep, chicken game, draw a card. There you go. Blah 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 blah. Why are we lagging? I feel really bad, but at the same time, how the fuck did this guy climb up to gold? I get gold's filled with some trash, but you duel a surprising amount of meta decks here. Way to waste my time. Should've read my cards when it was my turn. I haven't been playing a lot of Master Duels, so I'm a little rusty right now. Mr. Pickles. Alright, we're gonna go second. I have zero problem with that. It's not too bad of a hand either, if I'm being super honest. Got at least 2 spell card activations. 3. Yep, we got Servant live right now. Okay, is it Mech Knight Orcus? Yes, it is. Send the horror. Summon the tokens. It's not Mech Knight. Not looking like. Bestial Orchest. That's not a bad idea. Now, Bestials don't do hardly anything to our deck, if I'm being super honest. A lot of our cards aren't even dark, so. Okay, so he just went into an IP. It's gonna banish the Gear Suit summon. Magnum Hut's gonna search in the end phase. Let me fix my settings, because I did just notice that. Felt like Lubellion. It's got the regained. It's gonna let him recycle all his Orcus cards like immediately after. That's not bad. This is pretty neat. I actually have an Orcus deck of my own. Oh yeah, you're going for a level 9 Synchro? You can go into the Hot Red Abyss or whatever it is, right? Dark Grapha. Link Karibo. Is that how you had to get to the Nightmare? Still don't have the Nightmare. Symbol Skeleton. Into the Galatea. A little bit inoptimal for the Orcus plays so far, at least. Oh, he's actually just ending on Crescendo, and that's it. Nobody plays the Babel. I don't understand that, actually. Because with Babel, just for this guy, in case he sees it, with the Babel, you can set it up, and you can actually use her effect, quick effect, to set the Crescendo, you know, on their turn. I mean, you can't use it, but you can summon your Dingirsu twice, so it's not too bad. Let's go ahead. Damn, he's definitely gonna negate what I play, huh? Let's play this first, see if he negates it. He's thinking about it. No, he's not gonna do it. Alright. He's definitely gonna negate this. No way. If I were him, I would use the Crescendo right now. Wow. Wow. Notice this says when a spell, a trap card, or a monster effect is activated. Which means, once it's a continuous spell card and I try to activate it, you can't negate it anymore. So, you're done goofed, bud. Get a unicorn, shuffle it back instead. Okay. Not actually the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Summon the blue boy. Alright, he's not negating this either. Okay. Dude, just nutting his cards on the field, dude. Okay. So since he's not negating, we grab the knowledge right now. Now this is concerning, if I'm being super honest. I'm not really sure how this is going to play out. Let's go ahead and secrets. Nothing else matters. Into the void. That does actually nothing for me right now. Believe it or not. Pretty boned. Oh shit. He's letting that happen, huh? Ooh, I don't know if you should have let that happen, okay? So go ahead and chicken game. As far as I know, all he has left is that one. Beautiful. It's just upstart. Basically, what I'm trying to do is get him to use this. And then we're gonna Endymion his whole field. Oh, he's definitely about to negate this, bro. Either negate it or I'm going off right now. Okay? What's your thoughts, bro? Tell me. Tell me what you think is about to happen. You got darks in there for me? Yeah, you do, boy. Yeah, you do. Wow! Wow, bitch! Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here, man. That was funny. I mean, he had to negate. I don't know why he didn't negate it. If he didn't negate it, I was gonna pendulum summon and just go and just keep going. I honestly wanted him to negate it, because then I would have Endymioned his whole field. Get everything out of here now. Okay. Alright. Scale up the Endymion. Activate the mastery. that an Ash? It is. You should know better. Okay. Now, Ash only negates the effect, so I still get the spell counter. We're gonna go ahead and use Magician Souls first. We're gonna send Mighty Master. Summon Magician Souls. And we're drawing 2. People seem to be just shotgunning things today, though, so... Maybe he's just gonna, immediately impermanent. Bro, no way! Okay. Draw 2. Oh, Astrograph and an Endymion. That's rough. It's alright. Let's into the void, draw a card. Got the reflection. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and Servant. Doopy doopy doop. Still got our Jackal. We're gonna go ahead and summon Jackal. Summon Servant. Boop boop. We're gonna go ahead into Electromite. Since we don't need both low scales, we're gonna use Electromite to grab our other Endymion. Go ahead and scale the reflection. We're gonna pop it. Grab our Mighty Master for the high scale. That's gonna let us draw a card. Oh, wow, we got our other high scale too, huh? So let's go ahead and throw down Magister. We're gonna throw down Servant. Summon the Blue Boy. Grab the secrets. Secrets for the knowledge. Remember that we used Into the Void, so we have to use everything from our hand this turn. Beautiful. Spellbook of Knowledge. Gonna draw 2. We're going to send Blue Boy. It's not exactly what I wanted. It's not too bad. So we can... What do we have? We could summon all 3. So yeah, let's go ahead into a Celine. See, this deck, man, you really gotta just know where you can go and try to get there. Gotta deal with what you got, you know? Gonna go ahead and we're gonna Pendulum Summon both of these, I guess. Oh, because we already summoned Servant this turn. That's fine. We'll summon these. We got Reflection, Jackal, summon Magister over here, and Endymion over here. Blah 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 blah. We're gonna go ahead and use Celine. She's gonna resummon our Endymion from the graveyard. You can also send Reflection if it's turn 2, because then you get a bounce as well. And now we have 2 guys in defense mode there, so we're going to go ahead and exceed those guys up into our Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. Beautiful, and we can go ahead and we're going to link these 2 off into a cross sheep. And we're going to activate Odd Eyes Absolute. Summon the Vortex. We're going to summon them right here. This will activate Cross Sheep to resummon from the grave. You can do either or. Magician's Souls would be able to activate its effect again, since we're now done with the Imperm, but that doesn't matter. And then here, I'm actually going to just... I almost want to go for Material Appaloosa. Or 3 Material Appaloosa. Or we can go Selene. Yeah, let's just do the Appaloosa. We're gonna cross sheet for 2. Magister and Magician Souls. We're gonna summon Appaloosa over here. Hey! So that's Appaloosa negates, Endymion, Spell and Trap negate, Mythical Beast Jackal, Monster negate, and the Odd Eyes Vortex Omni negate. Yeah, it's pretty good. And Servant's in the grid. Fine. Can resummon it with a Selene, but we're probably just gonna summon this one. I actually don't even know. We can summon Abductor. Ooh, Cosmic. Do we care? I don't think we care. I'll be super honest. Yeah, give me all them spell counters. Pot of Desires. That, is in fact gonna be a negate. The hit, the -2 from that is just too good. Negate, bounce back the Servant, place the counters, don't mind if I do. Now our Endymion is untargetable and indestructible. Numeron Network! Omni. Negate. Then back to Servant. Negate. Is that a second Numeron Network, my guy? Luckily, that's a monster. Bye-bye, Numerons. That's why it's important to keep your Vortex Dragon Omni negate. Wow, he's actually gonna just let me attack him, I think. That's pretty legit of him. Let's have a graveyard effect. Nope, it's a hand effect. So let's count. 24, 25, 28. Yeah, we got plenty. Surprisingly enough, we needed all of those monsters. Two greater heights. I believe that's platinum, right? Yeah, boy. Platinum by 3. Wonder how far we'll be later. I think I have enough to open a pack though, and I'm an addict, so I love opening packs, bro. That's the whole reason I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day. It's just opening packs and collecting the cards. And then one day, I went to a birthday party. Like my fake cousin's fake cousin had his Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and we all had our Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, right? And I played a Dark Magician deck. This is in like 2003 or 4, right? Played a Dark Magician deck, okay? Using Sage's Stone and Sorcerer of Dark Magic and all that stuff. And bro, he was playing old Gladiator Bees, and he just fucking decimated me, bro, with like 1500 attack like he didn't even fusion summon nothing, he just obliterated me, and I went, I'm gonna learn how to do that. So I built a like trap stun deck, right, with a lot better trap cards, better monsters, everything, thinking like, yeah, this is great. Mind you, I'm hella poor, bro, hella poor. And then I dueled my buddy Ballsy Rusher he's on Twitch, right? I dueled him, and this motherfucker had the Utopia structure deck, or starter deck that had just come out, XCs had just come out. My guy was doing synchros and all that stuff on me. I was like, holy moly, dude. I didn't get back into this game until Duel Links, actually. I'm gonna set you guys up with a duel live while I go smoke a cigarette. Egyptian Gods versus... Is that Witchcraft or Eldritch? I actually might want to launch that myself. Alright, I'm gonna go smoke. I'll be right back. Cyber Valley, bro. What? Banish this card, draw a card, end the battle phase. Well, I guess. Am I seeing that correctly? What up, old yeller dog? What a weird fucking duel, bro. But yeah, give me those 5 gems, son. They knew, I just needed 5 more. Let's see, can we get some bestials? Let's not have to craft any bestials, please. Ooh. Not bad. Better than my luck normally is. Alright, alright. But this actor is some Garbo. Cool. What up, bro? Kick has the weirdest emotes, dude. I love it. Some Garbo. What's that? Ah, some Garbo. More Garbo. Damn. Yeah, come on, Utopia. Give me a little luck, huh? Yeah. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it be something good. No, you literally just did that for no reason. Come on. Okay. Alright, let's get a Lubellion, a Magnum Hut. Preferably Magnum Hut, actually. Sprint? Sprint is okay. Let's see, let's see. Ugh. Spriggan. This is my bad luck at work. Okay. Literally just... That's the first usable card that we've gotten out of all of these packs. Ugh. Ugh. Something I like to do? Well, maybe. Hold on. Upgrade? No? Got 2. 3. Got the Druis Worm, okay. Some garbage, and a Serenir. Literally all that. For this garbage card, Super Producer. That's lame. This card is Link Summon. Send a level 2 from your deck to the grave. Send a level 2 from your deck to the grave. That's a really good effect, theoretically. Whatever. Whatever. I wasn't paying attention. Am I going first or second? I'm going second. It's a pretty good hand for going second, though. Alright, upstart. Magical Mallets. Okay. He apparently did not like his hand. One day of peace. Spellbook. Is this an Exodia deck? What is this dude playing? Okay. So we can't deal damage this turn, so it's essentially turn 1. Well, turn 1 with a max C. Alright, so scale the Servant. Scale the Reflection. We're gonna Into the Void. Nice. We're gonna Chicken Game. Draw a card. Oh yeah, boy. Go ahead and Servant. Pop, pop, pop. Summon the Jackal. Summon Servant. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead into the Electromite. And he's gonna surrender. Get fucked, bro. Alright, let's get a real fucking duel in. Going up against Spray, it looks like. Joey. Normal summon the Swap Frog. We really don't have the worst hand ever. Just depends on how hard this guy messes us up. So Swap Frog, send the Ronin Toad in. Turn to the head, normal summon a frog monster in addition. And then you can special summon and discard. So you can normal summon and then special summon it. Healthy Penny. Synchro summon using this card and Melfi monsters in your hand. That's pretty cool. That's how they get into the Herald, right? And he sent a Swap Frog. Gonna special summon the Rodent Totem. I'm guessing he has no sprites in hand right now. That's fine, because he's gonna have to use everything to get himself online. We're not doing... We have a pretty good hand. Gigantic Sprite. Special summon a level 2 from the deck. This is where you would want to Ash this deck, by the way. Right here. Ash Imperv Effect Veiler. Oh. All those cards I don't have right now. You could play Effect Veiler in this deck too, because you can technically summon it. So, Sprite Blue. Gonna search the Jet. Jet probably search Starter to get a red or a carrot. Yep, Starter. I would play Sprite if it wasn't like every card in their deck was a UR. Into the Elf. This just resummons from the grave. Yeah, you can resummon it, but... Oh, so Penny actually doesn't have the ability that the rest of them have to jump back to the hand. Yeah, what are you targeting, bud? Target the blue. Supposed to wait on that. Except level, link, and rank 2. Masquerena. Hey, Masquerena. The carrot is the spell and trap card negate. Ronin Totem. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna link that off with the carrot. I don't... I'm just gonna go on a limb and say this guy doesn't really know what he's doing. Melfi of the Forest. Add a Melfi card. Oh yeah, so you can bounce this, search a penny, and go for it, huh? Reflection. Scale the Abductor. Almost definitely gonna activate some shit. Your opponent normal or special summons a monster, or targets it for an attack. Alright, you're gonna summon the blue. Seems a little dumb. Yep. Yes, panic harder, please. Oh, what does this do? You didn't even search with it. Another face-up Melfi you control returns to the hand. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls and do some shit to it. Okay, so... Masquerena into the Avermax. Search the Jet. Yeah, I don't think triple tax targets. Let's go ahead and scale Reflection. Triple Tactics. Take this. You don't mind. Thank you. I'm sure he's quite fucking salty right now. You should not have any quick effects, bro. Ash? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Magical Abductor is gonna search. Doot doot doot. Should have probably saved it for that. Ghost Ogre. Interesting choice. So we're gonna astrograph. We're gonna add another abductor. Yep. Pumpkin, I can't believe you ran away. And you didn't even have your collar on. You didn't even have your collar on. And we can just link these into a Beyond the Pendulum. Set a high scale and just get popping, right? Oh, he didn't have another penny. Oh, he didn't have another penny. That's rough. Sorry, buddy. And so we're gonna go into Beyond the Pendulum. It isn't exactly optimal, obviously, because we've been getting interrupted left and right. We're gonna pay 1,200 and we're gonna search for Mighty Master. There are at least plenty of spell cards in the grave. We're gonna scale up the Mighty Master. Yup. Pendulum. Summon both of those. I don't know if I want to summon her too. Yeah, I do. I want to OTK. We're OTKing. Summon the astrograph here. Abductor over ya. Abductor over ya. Activate Beyond the Pendulum. Pop. 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 Let's get ripping and running, dude. Let's get ripping and running, dude. Beyond the Pendulum. Treat it as 2. Yup. Treat that as the 3rd. Boom, boom. Pop you over here. Pop, 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 pop. We're gonna activate the Magician's Souls. We're gonna send Endymion to the graveyard. Summon that over here. Activate. 1, 2, 3. Get fucked. Get fucked, bro. That's a good one. Saving that. That's gonna go in the YouTube video. Let's see. Let's get some video game music going. We're gonna do. Oh, not bad. Vernisolith. And the Kelbeck. Alright, I'll be honest, I really don't want this dude fucking milling my stuff. Alright, let's see what the fuck is happening, huh? So, all my goodness, 2 of my best monsters are in the grave. We do have a bunch of stuff to reborn. And we have scales, so we have scales, a mighty master, more into the voids. While you control 5 or more earth monsters. Summon 1 Vera. Target a monster in the field or in either graveyard, return it to the hand. So, Vera in here? We got a Vera in here? Yeah, what does it even do? Control 5, negate, destroy. Take control of a monster. Quick effect, special summon. Did my guy just search Maxi? I think he did. I think he brought it back with the field spell, yeah? Yep. Got Midora. Pretty neat. Monster negate if you have 5 or more earth monsters. So then it's just a quick effect special summon. Chicken game. Alright, doesn't look like you have a spell negate, right? Alright, go ahead and scale the servant. Summoning herself. She is. So the negate's a soft once per turn, but everything else is a hard once per turn. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and chicken game. Activate, draw a card. Ooh, into the reflection. Scale the reflection. Into the void, draw a card. 1, 2, 3. I think we're just gonna summon the 3rd Mighty Master? Or an Abductor? No, definitely Mighty Master. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Not nearly as optimal because Astrograph is in fact in the graveyard, but we can still get a little more sauce. You just now using Max C? We'll throw an abductor in there. What do we got? Endymion and the abductor. We'll pop that. We will add servant back to the hand. Let's see. Are both Magisters in here? They fucking are. Okay. Scale that up. We got the card destruction. He's already milled himself a lot, so things might get really interesting here. Wait, hold on. Let's go ahead and activate. We're gonna summon this reflection from the hand. This is how you get around their can only special summon once per turn clause. Well, we summoned both of them exactly at once. Now we could bounce one to bounce a card, but I don't even care, if we're being super honest. Nope. We're gonna go into the Absolute Dragon. We're gonna let you draw a healthy amount of cards, my guy. Alright, and then we're gonna make a cross sheet. Summon that over here. Activate, don't mind if I do. Summon Vortex right here. We're not gonna get the bounce because he's not in attack mode. Activate Cross Sheet, don't mind if I do. Bro, we're just gonna take him out with card destruction. I'm gonna make it a point to do that. Let's summon back the Magister. Why don't we? Alright, then we go ahead and we're gonna summon a Selene. And we are Nibiru proof as of right now. Selene. Ready for the spell counters? Activate, resummon. 1, 2, 3. Let's get Astrograph out of the fucking grave. Hello, Astrograph. Welcome back. So that's take 6 spell counters, summon Endymion. We're actually not gonna be able to pop as many cards as I thought, but we can pop both of these. Didn't happen. How many cards you got left? 11? What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I'm gonna let you draw just like 1 or 2 more cards, buddy. What do you think? Scale it, scale it. go into Appaloosa. And get fucked, bro. Mill me out, huh? God, I love that. That's amazing. That's gonna be the second duel in the fucking video. It is a long one, so that might be the whole video right there, if we're being honest. One more win to rank up? Let's do that. Telling me to go first, huh? Oh, that's a little sus. A little sus of a hand. Let's hope and pray. So we'll play the Servant, play the Abductor, activate Chicken Game, draw a card. Please, God, let it be a spell card. Yes! Upstart. We're gaming, boys. We're gaming. Knowledge. Okay. We're gonna activate the Servant. Boop, boop, boop. Summon our Jackal. Boop, boop, boop. And we're gonna link up into an Electromite. This is like the God Hand right here, where you draw a ton of monsters and then spell cards that get you into other spell cards. So we're gonna throw Astrograph into the extra deck, scale up Endymion, activate the Abductor. Doop doop doop. Let's see, what do we need? We're gonna grab another Endymion already, and let's grab a Magister. Pop Endymion, grab Astrograph, draw a card, summon, and search a card. I think it's funny that they limit Astrograph to one. I don't know. Would we play multiples? If he was unlimited, would we play 2 or 3? I guess we would, because he's an extender too, huh? Got the card Destruction, though we don't need it. Alright, so here we're going to scale up Magister. Okay, we're gonna go into a... Do we do Selene or Beyond the Pendulum? Selene. Let's say Beyond the Pendulum for next turn. Selene's gonna get a bunch of spell counters. 4. Yeah. How many special summon? I did not use Into the Void. We'll full summon, I don't care. Alright, Astrograph, Endymion, Jackal, Magical Abductor, and the second Endymion. So here we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna Absolute with our Astrograph and one of these Endymions. I should not have summoned that there. That is so dumb. I can't believe I did that. It's fine. Just gonna be down one summon. Link these. Do a cross sheep over here. Activate Absolute. Absolute is going to summon the Vortex. Doesn't even trigger cross sheep. That's so dumb. I'm so stupid. It's fine, actually. Just go into another Selene. Realistically, the play is don't play like that. Should have summoned Absolute all the way to the right. Then we could have Selene and summoned an Endymion out from the grave. And summoned something else instead of Cross Sheep. It's just force a habit, you know? One, two, three. That's gonna summon our Endymion back. And we're actually gonna Knowledge. Nope, we're not gonna negate it. We're gonna send Selene. Draw two. Ooh, that's dangerous. Alright, we're just gonna hold on to all that. This is pretty good. So we got double spell and trap card negate. We can use this twice. We got a monster negate and we got an omni negate. And we have mad draw power for next turn. And scales and spell counters on the scales. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. Well, let's see what he can do. Feather Duster. Yeah, I'd like to keep my scales, thank you. Go ahead and bounce the Magister to negate, and then place a spell counter. So now he's untargetable and indestructible. Let's see, how many more blowouts you got? I got a few more negates, my guy. Yeah, go ahead and draw a card. That's fine. What a fire soundtrack this is, bro. go Zuki. And that's a Jackal negate. Get out of here. Oh, let me grab a snack. It's text, bro. Grabbing a snack. I'll put something over here like DK does. I'm gonna copy him. You guys gonna watch me fix my stream setup live. Alright, I'll be right back. Cool. Alright, cool. All set. Alright, cool. What were you guys bargaining at? I get it. Not big yet. Pretty scared. Going first, don't mind if I do. Your boy, Cool Beans. Alright, your boy. Tell me what's good. Come on, bro. The fuck? Wash debate. Alex. Oh, I know who that is, yeah. It's funny. I don't really like Wash very much. Here we go. My guy's just gonna time out over there.
Welcome back to Leaks. What I plan on doing with Leaks leading up to the new packs. That's right, packs. Plural.
What's up, lagging so much? It's not that serious, my guy.
There's 2 selection packs coming. I'm going to be doing another big meta-relevant leak next week.
I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing.
I'm going to be trying to leak...
Yeah, can we pop out? Can we do that? Why does my computer do this? Accidentally won a duel. Fucking Google Chrome, man. Chrome's really hit or miss, you know?
Welcome back to Leaks. What I plan on doing with Leaks leading up to the new packs. That's right, packs. Plural. There's 2 selection packs coming. I'm going to be doing another big meta-relevant leak next week, but before then and even after that week, I'm going to be trying to leak almost daily on YouTube. So look out for that, and you already know that all of my leaks have been coming true, all the leaks before they came out. Let's get started. This is meta-relevant. This has topped a lot of YCSs. Let me get through the whole thing and you'll know what's going on, okay? So let's do this. 3, 2, 1.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Alright, we got it working, kinda.
Core of Chaos. What is this?
Core of Chaos.
Cannot be normal summons on set. Must be special summoned by card effect. If this face-up card would leave the field, banish it instead. You can only use each effect of the following effects of Core of Chaos once per turn. You could banish a dark monster from your hand or graveyard. That's the activation. And then it special summons from your hand, and you are locked in a light and dark synchro monsters after summoning this. If this card is special summoned, you could target one of your banished Shell of Chaos and special summon it. So Shell of Chaos, if special summoned, banish
And
a
it's a
dark
thunder?
from hand or graveyard to summon. Let's see what that means.
Wow.
Shell of Chaos.
Wow.
Same thing as the Core of Chaos, but to summon it, you banish a light monster instead of a dark. You summon this, and then on summon, you could target a banished Core of Chaos and special summon it. So we've got Core and Shell
Lighter dark
working
synchro
together.
monsters.
And then we have Chaos Switch. You could tribute this card, special summon 2 Dark Beast tokens, and then, you know, it's in the graveyard. So you normal summon it, tribute it, summon 2 tokens. If this card is banished from the hand or graveyard, you could then summon 2 light tokens. And you can only use one effect and only once that turn. So if you tribute her and then you banish her, you're not going to have 4
Synchro
tokens on the field.
monsters.
So you
I got
choose,
so
you
hyped
want
for
the
this
dark
for a
tokens or
second.
the light tokens, and they're both
I got
level
so hyped for this for a second, but it's lighter dark monsters. It's not even fucking... Not even very good, honestly. Let's do... Base cam mode. And then... No. Oh. Window capture, that guy. Not bad. Pop them up here, right? There you go, DK.
2. And they're both tuners. Wait, actually, the light tokens are tuners. The dark are not tuners. So 2 level 2 fairy tuner light monsters. Interesting.
That was pretty good.
And then we have Chaos Mirage Dragon. Target a banish light or dark monster, which the core and the shell should be banishing the light and dark for you.
Special summon to your field, negate
Special
it.
summon it to your field, but negate its effects.
Target
Also, for the rest of the turn, you cannot summon except for later dark synchros from your extra.
Banish them.
So this would be a normal
that's
summon,
cool.
it looks like. You normal summon, then you target a banish,
That's
then you put it back on the
badass,
field.
dude.
If this card is sent to the graveyard for a synchro material, you could target cards your opponent controls up to the number of monsters used for the synchro and banish them. Okay, so we got some, you know, deal with the field, banish the field. Now, what are we summoning? Chaos Beast.
Okay,
Level 6 synchro.
let's see. If any cards have been banished this turn, this card gains 1,000 attack. And then you can only use each effect once per turn. You can target one of your banished light or darks, add it to your hand. During the main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish a light and a dark from your hand or graveyard, except this card to special summon it. That does not seem that good. I mean, it doesn't seem that bad.
If any card has been banished this turn, you gain 1,000 attack, so 3,000 attack. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. You target one of your banished light or dark monsters, add it to your hand. Okay. During your main phase, except the turn this was sent to the graveyard, you could banish a light and dark from your hand and or graveyard, special summon this back on the field. So got some good recursion.
Who cares though?
How about we go up again? Level 8. Chaos Archfiend.
Okay.
This
If
states
any cards have been banished this turn, gains 2,000 attack. You can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Also, banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card. That's pretty good. This card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card. You can special summon a Chaos Synchro monster from your extra deck, except Chaos Archfiend. Yeah, so Chaos Ruler.
That if any card has been banished this turn, gain
Oh, this is
2,000
for
attack.
Punk,
So it's
huh?
4,000 attack, while the other one is 3,000. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Also banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card specifically. 4,000 attack, banish the whole field. That's quite nutty. If this card leaves the field due to an opponent's card,
4,500.
you could special summon a Chaos Synchro from your extra deck, except Chaos Archfiend. What is a good Chaos Synchro from your extra deck, except Chaos Archfiend? Huh. Let's see. Chaos Angel. This card is nuts. It is so good. Oh my god. One tuner.
Non-tuner, light, or dark. For this card, Synchro Summon, you can treat a light or dark monster you control as a tuner. When it's special summon, target a card, banish it. And then it gains... Oh wow. So if you synchro it with a light monster, synchro monsters you control are unaffected by monster effects activated by your opponent. That's crazy.
Plus one or more non-tuner light or dark
That's
monsters.
crazy.
But you don't need the tuner. The tuner is optional. Some people refer to this as a link to. Link to. For this card, Synchro Summon, you could treat a light or dark as a tuner. So if you have a dark monster plus a dark monster
That's
and they
level
equal
10.
level 10, that's it. You don't need a tuner. No tuner needed, light or dark. On Special Summon, this is not even Synchro Summon. On Special Summon,
Oh, true.
you can target one card on the field, banish it.
Okay.
Also, this card gains these effects based on the original attributes used for the Synchro Summon.
Yeah.
If at least one of the monsters you use to summon this is light, all of your Synchro monsters, including this, are unaffected by monster effects activated by your opponent. What the heck? How do you out this? It's very difficult to out. Now, I mean, it's unaffected by monster effects, so, you know, impermanence would be a good way to out it. Dark. If you used a dark monster for the Synchro Summon, all
Right?
monsters you control
It's
cannot be
not
destroyed by
that
battle.
complicated.
It's also 3,500 attack. It's huge. It banishes on summon. It makes all your synchros unaffected by monster effects, activated monster effects. It's important because Mirror Jade activates if sent to the grave, but during the end phase, it's a lingering effect, so it would destroy it. Dark will make it indestructible. Now, for example, a deck, I'm going to show you tournament topping decks that use this. This is, how about you play some Labyrinth? Lab combo. Look at this.
What?
The Labyrinth monsters are level 8, and the Torby's level 2. And the Torby special summons onto the field if a monster leaves the field by a trap effect. So Torby on the field plus your lovely or lady, that will summon your Chaos Angel. And because this activates on special summon to banish a card on the field, you have the Labyrinth. The Labyrinth field spell can continually resummon the Chaos Angel to banish a card in the field. That is absolutely
Special
nuts.
summon a fiend
Now, let me show you some
monster?
deck lists.
No
Labyrinth,
shit,
top
huh?
32, World Champ Qualifier, but I mean, there's so many different deck lists. This is just one of them, using 3 Chaos Angel because it's easily summonable. So that's very
3
good.
Chaos
Angel
Angel,
continually
huh?
be resummoned in this deck. Any deck with light and/or dark monsters in your deck, and it doesn't have to be tuners, and you could summon this. So here's another example of a top deck
That's
that
awesome.
has used
That's
this.
going to be meta.
A Dragon Link deck, top 8 World Champ Qualifier, and you are playing Chaos Angel in this deck. So a good filter that you could do is you could do dark, light, maybe, you know, even main deck, and you could look at these. So a Bestial plus a level 4, light or dark, is going to make the Chaos Angel. A Lubellion plus a level 2, Chaos Angel.
Yeah, I'm looking at these things and I'm
level
just
4, there you go.
hearing Thunder
Normal Summon
Dragons,
Sharon,
but
and Magna Hut, you have Chaos Angel, banish a card in the
Thunder
field.
Dragons,
Merly plus the Lubellion, banish a card in the field.
can't fuse if you do that.
You know, Lubellion and Jet. Bestial plus a level 4 Albaz, that's something. Level 6, Bestial with the level 4. And I think you got the idea of what's good with this. So anything that equals level 10, and it doesn't have to be a
that's
tuner,
pretty cool.
and you're good. That is great. So let's go Dragon in a way.
Yeah, okay.
Meta impact. Be leaking more on twitch.tv/. This is going to have one, and or non-meta. If you want to watch with me, all the worlds together.
Okay. See anything good? Destiny's live, but I ain't trying to watch all that right now. That our play stuff is just getting too much, dude. The Chris Heroes. What really happened to Chelsea? How long is that? 32? Oh, I can get down. I can get down. You guys seeing all this too? Yeah, you are. Good. Let's get a few more duels in while we listen to this.
On the evening of Saturday, October 25th, 2014, Chelsea, Becky, and Penny all attended Big Mike's annual Halloween bash in Newport, Michigan. They had all attended Big Mike's parties in the past and felt like they knew almost everybody in Monroe County. So this was a place that they were very comfortable if they separated and socialized individually. Chelsea had given her phone to Becky because she was wearing a costume with no pockets. And when the end of the night came around, Becky and Penny lost track of Chelsea and decided to head home. The next day, there was still no sign of 21-year-old Chelsea Brown, and family and friends grew increasingly concerned. And by Monday...
How are you just gonna leave your friend behind like that? You have her phone and you can't find her? Like, you didn't call the cops that night, bro? That's crazy.
October 27th, Chelsea was reported missing to the Monroe County Sheriff's Department. An investigation quickly went underway, and within a week, a witness had come forward to provide a statement.
So who'd you go to this party with? I went with my best friend, I consider my brother.
This is Harlan Bird. He is a 20-year-old resident of Monroe County who claims to have been at the party the night that Chelsea disappeared. Not only that, but he claims to have actually saved her from a group of pushy thugs who knocked her to the ground. When he picked her up, he recognized that she was excessively intoxicated, and so he assisted her by carrying her to a red four-door car and placing her in the back seat. While he didn't know who owned this vehicle, his intention was to help her get a ride home. While he carried her, he had gotten some blood on his shirt from her bleeding nose. He then left her side for a brief moment to see if she had any close friends still at the party. When he came back, Chelsea and the car that he placed her in were gone.
I just told her to please sit still. I didn't want to leave her, but I didn't want to stay there either because I didn't know whether or not it was some fun like that. She had blamed me that I was looking for about, took 5 to 15 minutes, walk back to the car, and her was gone.
So you went back out to the parking lot, and the vehicle that you put her in was gone.
And her too.
So from where you picked
That's
her up, there was
bullshit.
a little bit of blood on your right shoulder.
Not this shirt I was wearing, it's a different shirt, but yes, it was. I'm not seeing a big spot. It was like a little dab, and I didn't realize it until I got home. Then I looked at my shirt.
You still got the shirt?
I should. I'm pretty sure it's being cleaned right now because my fiance has a girlfriend, so that's fiance that we're kind of.
If there's blood on it, we want it for her DNA.
If it was clean, would you still be able to get something off of it, or no?
Harlan's claims
No.
regarding the blood on his shirt were strange, as both Penny and Becky had previously told the police that Chelsea did indeed have a bloody nose that night. However, they said that Chelsea had done it to herself accidentally.
And when you got her up, she had a bloody nose.
So sus, bro. Just look at his body language, right? And his haircut. That's how you know.
I didn't see her having a bloody nose, but I figured that she's bleeding somewhere because I was
Oh, earlier you told me she had a bloody nose.
I didn't say I seen it. I said
What
I,
the
I didn't even ask. You said it was up here.
I said it had to be because where she rested or her face on my shoulder. That's why I figured because
Then when I asked you how much blood there was, you said, just a few spots. And I said, no, it was not just a few spots.
I don't know. It's
They're
just-
making
I have a little bit of
adjustments
problems
with
with your
that.
here, Harlan.
Not what I'm thinking about.
No,
Did you take that
that's not
second
me.
there?
No.
Did you rape her?
No.
Did you kill her?
The unfortunate part of Harlan's statement is
What
that
the
once
fuck?
officers felt that things didn't add up, he shifted into reverse and stated that everything that he just said was all a lie. He lied because he thought that if he gave a tip that went somewhere, he could possibly be seen as a hero.
This is nothing but a big lie that I shouldn't have done, and I'm sorry.
Harlan was then charged for lying to the police. Although he remained on the list of potential suspects, he was allowed to leave while investigators worked to corroborate his claims.
Come on.
As they did that, the family and friends of Chelsea set up a search team headquarters at a local police. They also
you
participated
go to jail
in
for
several
that, right?
news interviews.
I don't think she's sitting there at all at this point, knowing she can come home.
Losing, you'll
and she
lose her
didn't want
rank.
to because she's scared and there's too much hype. I do not think at all
Damn,
that
plots of
this is her choice.
HP.
Absolutely miss you, love you. If somebody is holding you, no matter where you're at, no matter, we just want you home.
This news
It's gonna
coverage
make me
helped
feel
officers
bad
obtain
if I
statements
if
from
I
other
rank
people
you
who attended
down,
the
my
party,
guy.
as it was initially quite difficult to track down any attendees
It's a
due
thick
to most
deck.
of them being in full costume.
Take 600 people, now put them all in costumes, and then try and have those people relay stuff back to us. That's the problem. That's what we're dealing with right now.
Using the statements that they received, investigators determined that Chelsea had gotten fairly drunk that night and was sitting alone by the bonfire, and that there was a strange man that approached her and was hovering over her. He then began talking to her before they both disappeared around 3 a.m. This is a police sketch of the strange man. Within days, investigators received another phone call, this time from a woman
That's
named
him,
Carrie
right?
Carr. Carrie stated that her boyfriend began talking
I
to
don't
her
know,
before they both
actually.
around 3
It's
a.m.
kinda
This is
close,
the
but
police
it's
sketch
not-
of this young man.
it's
Within
not
days,
close-
investigators
as close
received another
as-
phone call, this time from a woman named
what
Carrie
I saw
Call.
just looking
Carrie
at him.
stated that her boyfriend had told her that he himself killed Chelsea, and he threatened that he would kill her too.
Okay, Carrie, I'm Detective Promore. This is Detective Smith.
When I went to go leave, I walked out and I was trying to get in the car. I pulled out a knife. Okay, a pocket knife.
Okay.
And then he goes, this is the one I used with Chelsea. He like grabbed me by my shirt and he had a knife and he goes, this is what I used with Chelsea Brooke. He didn't say that her name exactly.
What did he
He said,
say?
this
need
is
to
what
know
I used
exactly.
on Chelsea.
Okay.
Don't make me use it on you. I want him locked up, but I can't have him like
Okay.
questioned and then released. He lives on the same street as me.
Right.
He's going to come after me and my kid.
Investigators followed up Carrie's claims and questioned Carrie's boyfriend. Before the interrogation could take off, he stated that he knew what was going on. Carrie and him had a very problematic relationship where she saw him
summon,
as a bad man. So Carrie likely
Endymion.
twisted some words and tried to get him in trouble. Officers then spoke to Carrie again, and she admitted that that was the case.
Before we play
So
this
Carrie
second
was
chicken
also
game.
charged with lying to the police.
2 people have now been charged in connection to the Chelsea
Said
Brook
this
case.
one.
It is not what the family had hoped for. Now, according to officials with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and Prosecutor's Office, 19-year-old Harlan Byrne of Flat Rock,
Nice.
Michigan, has now been charged with giving police false information in the case in order to look like a hero. Now, a Toledo woman is also charged with lying to police in this very same case, though these are 2 separate accounts. Authorities say that 29-year-old Carrie Carr told investigators that her ex-boyfriend had killed Brock, though authorities say neither of the tips turned out to be true.
The owner of the property the party was held on was Big.
So she just tried to get her mans locked up, and then the other dude said he was lying, though I'm not so sure that that's the truth. These people are weird. What town is this in?
Mike himself. Big Mike
Did
was
they
rather
say?
suspicious to the police because he would claim
They
that he was
probably
helping
did.
search for Chelsea while simultaneously being uncooperative with investigators. He would allow outdoor searches of his property, but decline anything indoors without a search warrant. And the way that he would answer some questions came across as dodgy.
Chelsea. Okay, you know her. I don't know her, but I do know who she is.
Big Mike was not helped and
Sir.
provided a buckle swab. Investigators also eventually got their hands on a search warrant and searched his
Into
house.
the
However, they did not
mastery.
find anything that helped with their search for Chelsea. Regardless, he too remained on the list of potential suspects. As the winter months came and went, there was still no sign of Chelsea Brock, but Chelsea's family stayed strong and
Special
continued to push for
summon
more
and
media
won't
coverage.
return.
These efforts continued, with almost no new evidence
That
or information of
means
Chelsea's whereabouts, until Sunday,
Like
March
normal
22nd,
summon, you can
2015.
die.
A woman was cleaning the tree line that surrounded her property in Monroe County. She noticed something almost directly across the street from the end of her driveway. It was a flat red leather shoe. She showed this shoe to her husband, and the first thing that he said was, "Do you think it could be hers?" She immediately knew exactly who he was referring to.
Sorry, buddy. I
She
was
then
thinking
called
about
the
surrender
Monroe
before
County
you,
Sheriff's
but
Department. Officers collected the shoe and placed a call to Chelsea's mother detailing the appearance of the shoe, and emailed her a picture. Chelsea's mother said, "Oh my god, that's Chelsea's shoe." Although this was a satisfying discovery, it was not as helpful as they had hoped, as it did not have any DNA or fingerprints on it that could assist investigators. So, the search continued. About a week later, a young man named Eric and his friend were exploring an abandoned building in a wooded area near the train tracks in Monroe County, looking for some scrap metal to make some money. Eric noticed a strange-looking plant bunched up by some rocks inside the building. He wondered if it was fake, so he picked it up with a stick and realized it was actually a part of a costume. He then looked a little further down and was slightly frightened by what he thought could have been a strange wild animal. What he saw was actually a red, long-haired wig. Eric and his friend then examined this costume a little bit further and realized that it was actually a poison ivy costume from the movie Batman. They questioned if it was interesting enough to keep, but ultimately decided that it was too dirty and held little to no value. A day later, Eric was at work when he noticed a missing poster of Chelsea Brock. Chelsea was wearing the poison ivy costume in the picture on the poster. He immediately recognized the importance of the discovery that he made. However, he was afraid to report his findings as he handled the costume and was worried that he could be accused for her disappearance. After about 2 more days had passed, Eric was at an Easter brunch where he told his sister about the costume. She then gave him an ultimatum. She said, "If you don't report it, I will." Eric then immediately called the police and directed them to the costume. The police determined that it was in fact Chelsea's, and that Eric had to take part in an interview.
Did you go to that party by chance?
No.
Tons of people went to this. We're trying not
No,
to
I've
everybody
never
to the
gone to a party.
You're saying you didn't go to the party then on Post Road in Newport that day at all? Or?
No. However, at the time,
the laggiest fucking shit ever right now.
Don't know Chelsea?
I don't know her.
Okay. I gotta
Pause,
ask.
dude. Pause. Jesus Christ. One thing, you don't have to go in for an interview ever, okay? Just for like reference, you do not have to talk to the cops unless you are being like subpoenaed by a court. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and,
know.
did you have any?
Not that I think it's right to avoid murder charges or anything like
the
that,
interview went
but
almost exactly how Eric presumed it would,
don't talk to
not
cops
only due to him
unless you
discovering
have
the
to.
costume and hesitating to report it, but also because his ex-girlfriend
Unless
had
you
actually
need something
lived on the
done.
same
If you
road
need
that
something
she
done,
was
you talk to
located
cops.
outside of. Eric remained adamant that he did not know Chelsea and that he was busy with his daughter during the weekend of the party. Eric was also asked to provide a buckle swab, making that 2 out of the 3 men that have been interviewed to provide investigators with their DNA. Either way, Eric also remained on the list of potential suspects. One suspect in particular came back under the investigators' radar. That suspect was Harlan Burke.
Yeah.
This is because Harlan's
That
home
guy.
was almost visible from the abandoned building where Chelsea's costume was found, raising new suspicions regarding his involvement and the
Fucking
strange
creep.
claims that he made at the beginning of this video. Harlan was then asked to return to the station for another interview. This time, when he arrived, he had an attorney present.
How do we explain that those items were found that close to your gun?
I can't explain it.
You recognize how bad that looks.
I understand how bad it looks, but it has nothing to do with me.
Do you have any thoughts to why some of
That's
the
nothing to do with me. Damn.
Had to go out from your grandma's place?
You're a lot more confident this time, except for the.
Not afraid me.
Would you be willing to take a polygraph?
Okay, a lie detector test? Yes.
Although
Don't ever
Harlan
do
appeared
that.
to be very concerned about the position that he found himself in.
Lie detector tests are not admissible in court. They make you do those so that you'll take the lie detector test and then you'll go ahead and they'll be like, I don't know, it's looking sketchy, and then you'll admit, you know, to whatever you're lying about. No, they're pretty illegal, so.
He surprisingly appeared relieved that the officers were looking to subject him to a polygraph test. Although these tests are often referred to as a form of pseudoscience, due to the questionable way that polygraph
Summon
machines operate,
Endymion.
Harlan's ability to pass this test seemed to help add some credibility to his story. And just like that,
He passed?
investigators now had the DNA of all 3 men that they considered
Idiots.
potential suspects in the disappearance of Chelsea Bruck. It was during the weeks following this interview.
If you clench your butt cheeks at the beginning of the interview and just keep them like that while you're answering the questions, your body can't do the response that they measure. So it's a total waste of taxpayer money.
Interview with Harlan that the forensics lab reported back to the sheriff's department that the crotch area of the costume contained skin cells from an unknown male.
Go
This
ahead,
DNA did
cross
not match
shoot
Big
for
Mike,
real this
Eric, or
time.
Harlan, nor did it match anybody in the CODIS database. Despite this low blow from the lab disheartening investigators and virtually restarting the investigation, a massive discovery was made during the week that followed.
Oh my god, I'm so low on time. Alright, we're just gonna combo fast. We're gonna combo really fast. Activate cross sheet, yup. Summon Magician Souls. Did we use it into the void? We didn't. Summon. Dude, you ain't gotta do all that. Alright. And then that gets you into a Celine. Yup. Summon him over here. Pendulum summon. Summon you. Summon you. Endymion. Endymion. End it. We ain't got no more time. That was it, but we can summon a third Endymion from the grave for another negate if we need it. But yeah, we have tons of negates up here right now, alright? So I'm gonna watch this, pick our negates.
Can you tell if it's male or female? Female? I think it's that girl was posted all over town.
Subject him to a poly.
Lie detector test? Yes.
Although Harlan appeared to be very concerned about the position that he found himself in, he surprisingly appeared relieved that the officers were looking to subject him to a polygraph test. Although these tests are often referred to as a form of pseudoscience, due to the questionable way that polygraph machines operate, Harlan's ability to pass this test seemed to help add some credibility to his story.
They said
And
something
just
too.
like that, investigators now had the DNA of all 3 men that they considered potential suspects in the disappearance of Chelsea Bruck. It was during the weeks following this interview with Harlan that the forensics lab reported back to the sheriff's department that the crotch area of the costume contained skin cells from an
Summon
unknown
my
male.
odd eyes
This DNA did
absolute
not match
dragon?
Big Mike, Eric, or Harlan, Harlan, nor did it match anybody in the CODIS database. Despite this low blow from the lab disheartening investigators and virtually restarting the investigation, a massive discovery was made during the week that
Actually,
followed
no.
that changed
You're not.
Found a dead body on my property. Can you tell if it's male or female? Female. Well, I just think it's that girl was posted all over town.
On April 24th, 2015, the body of Chelsea Bruck was found by a dump truck driver as he was dropping off a load at an ongoing residential construction site. His truck had gotten stuck in the mud, and as he walked around the vehicle, he saw her. He immediately told the owner of the property, and they dialed 911.
All we're being told right now is that the body of a woman has been found deep in these woods. I know that there is a crime lab truck out here on scene. The sheriff of Monroe County Sheriff is out here. He's also on scene. Also, a lot of volunteers have been showing up who've been helping search for Chelsea Bruck.
Today at approximately 4 o'clock p.m., we received information from the Wayne County Medical Examiner's Office that the body was in fact that of Chelsea
Wayne
Bruck.
County.
Since that time, the Bruck family has been notified.
That sounds familiar.
Chelsea's body was discovered covered by heavy logs and severely decomposed, with a very noticeable fracture along the center of her jaw. Unfortunately, the decomposition made it nearly impossible to gather any other evidence, like bruising, cuts, or other superficial injuries. It was also impossible to find any traces of suspect DNA. The medical examiner's office made the determination that Chelsea's death was likely the result of blunt force trauma to the head. It is presumed that they came to this conclusion due to the obvious fracture to her jaw. While searching the property that Chelsea's body was located on, Chelsea's green leggings and other shoe were also located. Since she was found with all of her clothing removed and torn, combined with the presence of male DNA on the crotch area of her costume, it was presumed that she had been sexually assaulted before or after the murder took place. 1 year later, on July 21st, 2016, detectives learn that the CODIS DNA database has produced a hit connecting a 27-year-old man named Daniel Clay to the costume. The very next day, Daniel was located and questioned by the investigators at the Monroe County
Some
Sheriff's
whole
Office.
ass different, dude.
You good? You fine? Give me a second. I'll be with you. Give me a sec. All right. Okay.
That's crazy, dude. That's the fourth guy? The fourth guy that they've gone through? Technically the fifth, because the chick lied and did all that too, so.
It's not. I was with my nephew Wesley. He took a book bag. We ended up getting called. I spent 2 weeks in here and then we got the charge.
Good luck.
The reason that it took over a year for CODIS to return a hit to Daniel's DNA is because Daniel had yet to provide a DNA sample. However, during the months leading up to this interview, Daniel had been arrested for theft involving the backpack incident that he just spoke about. At that time, he was required to provide a buccal swab. Investigators then tell Daniel that he is being questioned regarding the murder of Chelsea Bruck. After acknowledging that he is aware of the case, he continues answering questions, claiming that he did in fact go to Big Mike's party, but that he didn't cross paths with Chelsea at all. In the process, he actually becomes quite braggadocious about the amount of women that he's become entangled with.
It's all over the news and stuff.
Yeah.
She worked with my kid's mom actually at Ovis.
Who's that?
Jessica Pribble.
Okay.
That's the one that lives there. But like, I just remember seeing her on Facebook. They
Jessica Pribble?
Yeah.
Let me write this down. You got a lot of girls in your life.
Okay. I do have a lot of girls in my life.
So, this is what it is, all right?
Okay.
We've had over, actually, 1,137 tips.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I've seen some stuff in the paper and stuff.
No, and I mean, it's been all over. Somebody that don't know who she is, they've been living under a rock. Okay?
Pretty much.
And you came up in one of them tips.
Okay.
All right, so our boss, when he tells us that we got to go out and we got to make contact with
that's
everybody that comes up in a tip, whether they're at the party, not at the party, we got to talk to them. That's why we're here talking to you.
I was at that party for 2 hours, and then went back to where I was staying up in Carlton.
So you were at the party?
Yeah. I seen my kid's mom actually there for
Pribble?
Yeah.
Okay. So what time did you go to the party?
About 8, 9. I was out of there about 10, 11.
Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I have this thing called paranoia. It makes you do weird things sometimes. I swear I didn't hear anything banging around. That's not you three? No, if something was going on, you'd bark and tell me, right? Alright, I want to watch the rest of this. This is really interesting.
Okay, so you went there at 8 or 9?
8.
It was still daylight.
It was getting dark. It's October, you know.
8 or 9, okay. Were you dressed as a anything?
Just
plain clothes?
Yeah, shorts and
You weren't like a Peter Pan or something?
No. I did see, there was a
So
girl
you were
there- I do
plain
remember-
clothes?
I do remember a girl there that was dressed up like Alice in Wonderland. She was so hot.
Oh, God.
So hot.
So plain clothes?
Yeah.
All right, regular
Probably
shorts?
shorts and a t-shirt. I'm
Okay.
a shorts person.
So you drove yourself?
Yeah.
What did you go in?
My friend's car.
Who's your friend?
Christine.
Chris-
Jaywood. I don't talk to her anymore. She
Who
was
is
with
it?
Christine. It was just this chick I lived with.
Christine?
I might have actually had Talisa's car that day.
Man, you know a lot of girls. Where'd you park?
Like, I remember going in and just straight back. I
So
wasn't.
you
I wasn't
parked-
even like not even that far from the fire pit.
Did
where
you
I
have to
parked.
pay?
No.
No? You get there, you park, you get out, you say you got a half a pint, you start partying. What'd you do?
Just wandered around, bullshitted.
Okay.
Mainly, I spent most of the time talking with Jessica, my baby mama.
Okay.
It's my
You got a
main
lot of
concern.
women in your
I had
life.
2 baby
This
mamas.
is not his first time
That's
talking to a
fiancés,
cop.
yeah. I had to void out my ex's name.
Oh boy. Yeah. You don't see any names of girls on here. Who
I was
was
pretty
your
much-
girlfriend at that
Pretty
time?
much no one. I was homeless.
Okay.
I pretty much bounced.
You were going.
I stayed at Talisa's most of the time.
Yeah. But you, I mean, assuming
Yeah.
you still had a good relationship with her because you had her car, right? Okay.
Woman doesn't always me. Not anymore. She hates me now, but.
All right. So party, you're there. You see Jessica. You said you hung out with Jessica.
This guy sounds like my old self. Shit.
I remember that.
What was your pint that you brought?
Vodka. It's always vodka.
Oh my gosh.
I'm surrounded.
How much vodka did you drink?
I only drank like a half pint.
So I mean, you talked to a couple people, but you know, did you ever see
Not that
Poison
I know of.
Ivy?
Like, not that I know.
I mean, she probably would have stood out if you saw her.
Yeah, but it's also been 2 years. I think I seem to remember like when this first started coming in the news and stuff that I remembered seeing her, like the leafy shirt thing.
Yeah, Poison Ivy.
Yeah,
It's pretty stink, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, but like just seeing her at the party. I mean, if she's not super hot or something like that, I don't pay attention. I'm shallow a little bit. I won't lie.
I understand. No, it's fine. When did you leave?
At least he's honest.
Probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours after I got there.
So you left at 10?
He's not honest. He definitely killed her.
Or 11. Were you by yourself? Did you leave
Yeah.
with anyone?
I was by myself. I talked to
Okay.
Jessica and then I talked to Tyler as I was pulling out.
So you left, you were alone,
Mhm.
and you arrived, you were alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there any information that you think that would help me?
Not really. I mean, I know some of the areas I was at the party, but I don't remember like.
Well,
I
you were
feel like
one.
I remember seeing the shirt, and I feel like I remember, back then seeing it, and being like, oh well, I've seen it, I think, but that's about it. I live like it should be the '70s, like free love, peace and love. That's my motto. Like I don't like fighting really. I don't like violence. I just like smoking weed. That's. I remember like
Well,
I
you were
feel
one.
like I remember seeing the shirt, and I feel like I remember, back then seeing it, and being like, oh well, I've seen it, I think.
Is it from this
I live
video?
like it should be the '70s, like free love, peace and love. That's my motto. Like I don't like fighting really. I don't like violence. I just like smoking weed and having sex.
So let's get back on point here. We're talking about one female, and we're talking about sex. Okay. You told me you never had sex.
Never had sex, never nothing with it.
Would there be any reason that your DNA would be with Chelsea Brown?
No.
Or on her clothes, or
Not
in
to
her
my-
hair,
Not to my knowledge.
or anywhere on her body?
No.
Daniel kept up this cool guy Casanova bravado for as long as possible. However, this all begins to fall apart when Detective Treadmore confronts him regarding the DNA that connected him to Chelsea's costume.
All right, so I know we talked about it a lot, Daniel.
Okay.
And I know it's been a while. All right, and I've been straight up with you.
Yeah.
Okay, straight up. I mean, I'm not hiding
What I'm doing
anything.
for you, yeah.
All right, and I hope that you've been straight up with me.
Yeah.
All right.
Trust me, I got
But
you.
there's some other information that's out there. All right, that I've asked, and I think it's not been the whole time. What if I told you that your DNA was on her?
I don't know how my DNA got on it.
Okay.
Like, no way, no nothing, no how.
What if I told you that her DNA or your DNA was on her? I will actually show you, all right, what I have from the crime lab, all right, and I'm telling you that your DNA is on there.
I have no idea how.
So we need
No
to
idea how.
how it got there.
I have no idea.
I don't think that you're that monster. You're that bad guy.
You can only be as good a liar as you are until the moment that there's something to disprove you.
I think something happened. It was a mistake. It was an accident. And it happened.
No, I did not do anything to that girl. Did not. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I did not. Like, unless I was just up and don't remember.
Well, that could be
We'll
it.
take it. We take those.
But that's why I
We take those around here.
I was, okay, I was drunk, but not drunk. I was still, I remember most of the night after I left. Like, I remember driving home safe. I didn't crash or nothing, so I had to be sober enough to do that.
Daniel just admitted that there was actually a chance that he and Chelsea connected that night. His story now changes from him going to the party with friends, having drinks, and then leaving, to him having a sexual encounter with some mystery woman with dark hair. So, the detectives push a little bit harder on the possibility that this mystery woman was actually Chelsea. He quickly accepts that possibility before his story changes again.
You're
Say that again.
Dark hair. To the party with friends. Daniel just admitted that there was actually a chance that he and Chelsea connected that night. His story now changes from him going to the party with friends, having drinks, and then leaving, to him having a sexual encounter with some mystery woman with dark hair. So, the detectives push a little bit harder on the possibility that this mystery woman was actually Chelsea. He quickly accepts that possibility before his story changes again.
Got the servant.
You're drinking. She's drinking. It's dark. All right?
No ash.
Your DNA is on her. Is there a possibility?
I mean, there's a possibility.
That you had sex with her?
There is a possibility.
Okay. There's a possibility you could have sex with her.
I mean, if I was that fucked up, I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't remember having sex with her.
So that means...
I had sex with someone, and I just don't know. I think I was out in the car, and I was with somebody, and then not long later, I talked to my baby mama, got in the car, and left.
Okay.
I remember
so when
leaving home, I remember
you had sex in a
home.
car?
Yeah.
Okay, what car?
Felice's.
Do you think that's where that DNA came from?
I mean, it could be, but I don't remember, like, her being in a costume. Like,
Okay.
I remember it was just a girl in a t-shirt or something.
Okay. I'm telling you right
Like
now,
a t-shirt or
I
something.
do not think you're a murderer. I'm being upfront.
Okay.
I'm being
I'm
honest
not.
with you. I've been honest with you 100%.
Okay.
All right? I think something happened. You did not have any intent to hurt her.
I didn't do
All right?
anything to her. She was
But something
fine and
happened.
breathing when I left her. She got out of the car and walked away.
Sandra.
I want to talk to you.
Okay.
All right? I know we're all getting tired, but I want to talk to you. All right?
Stressing it.
So this is the thing. All right? Your DNA cells were on where her crotch was
up.
marked and where her top was
Got the
marked.
jackal.
Grabbing her or something.
Okay, so that's where your DNA was. I'm past that. I know that you tore that. It could have been a goddamn accident. And something happened, and you got excited, which any one of us in this room would, and somebody thinks, oh shit, I just had sex with this girl.
What's your money?
And you left. If that's what happened, we need to know. And I'm going to tell you one thing that nobody knows about except us and her mother, is that she had brittle bone disease. Brittle bone disease is a simple touch, a tap, where shit breaks.
I break my fingers a
Okay?
lot because of it.
So that's what happened. It was an accident. We know you're not that murderer. We know that you're not that murderer. People don't know that. Just us. Something happened with you and hold on.
Wow.
Okay, but an accident happened. An accident happened, Daniel. An accident happened.
Daniel was given the cigarette that he just requested, and almost like clockwork, he began to open up about what had happened to Chelsea, claiming that he had actually attracted her with his lady killer good looks. And then,
Fucking
while the two
beautiful,
were
dude.
having intercourse, Chelsea asked him to choke her.
Skill
After
that.
20 to 30 seconds of doing so, she stopped responding.
Okay. When I had sex, it got rough. Like, she
Rough
likes
as
to
Pop
really
it.
choked and stuff. And
She was into that stuff.
I
I
didn't-
feel it.
yeah, and then she got it, and I freaked out.
Explain
She was,
freaky.
Like, biting me and smacking me, and I was choking her and smacking her, like, not, like, violently.
Was it choking her with one hand, two hands? Because she loved to be choked.
She told me to choke her. I choked her. Then we switched because she got underneath me. And, like, I don't know, we were for a minute, and then she kind of stopped, and she went next, so I stopped, and I'm like, you know, and I started tapping her face. And
Okay.
I guess I choked her too hard or something.
Okay.
I wasn't even choking that hard, I didn't think.
Okay.
Like,
So what happened then?
I freaked out. I drove around for like 5 minutes with her in the back seat, and then I ended up over by
Yeah, let's just make another lie version of it.
I left. I honestly thought I left them in the car until like the next day, and then I didn't know where the fuck they went.
Daniel Clay was then charged with open murder for the killing of Chelsea Brock. And before he was escorted to his cell, the detectives allowed
do we
him to
have
make
in
one
here?
last call to his girlfriend.
That's good.
Can summon a doctor with that.
Long while.
Daniel Clay's trial began in May of 2017. Daniel pled not guilty and stuck to his claims that Chelsea's death was an accident during a consensual sexual encounter. However, the prosecution felt that the evidence told a different story.
Prosecutors say this was no accident, that Chelsea Brock had a broken jaw, that she was beaten to death with a blunt object. And on the 4th day of this murder trial, we heard from Daniel Clay.
Mr. Clay,
Gee,
the
what
cause
do we
Chelsea
do,
Brock's
huh?
death.
Yes.
Did you intend to cause her death?
No, I did not.
Daniel Clay took the stand for the first time, accused of killing Chelsea Bruck. Prosecutors say Clay beat the 22-year-old Navy woman to death. Clay says she died accidentally during consensual rough sex.
So I didn't mean for her to die. Didn't mean for this to end like this.
Clay testified he met Bruck for the first time at a Halloween party in Frenchtown Township in 2014. Bruck was dressed as the Batman villain Poison Ivy. Clay says they left the party together and had sex in his car. He says Bruck asked him to choke her and that she lost consciousness.
I don't know how to do CPR. I did attempt, I was pressing on the chest like I've seen on TV. Pressed and breathed a couple times.
Endymion.
I got nothing.
Both reflections and nothing else that relevant.
All I could think of is I was going to end up in jail for something that was an accident.
Less than 10 miles from the Halloween party, Clay says he stopped near train tracks in Carlton.
I then sat her down in one spot and started to grab some sticks and put them on top of her.
Clay says he knew Bruck was dead and left. Her body was discovered 6 months later.
Forensic experts would testify that the way Chelsea's jaw was fractured would have taken an extreme amount of force regardless of her brittle bone disease, and that they also found blood inside her Poison Ivy costume, indicating that she was likely still alive and wearing her costume when she was injured. Sadly, they also testified that Chelsea's body was so decomposed that it was impossible to determine whether or not she died from strangulation.
There was nothing left for me to evaluate whether or not Chelsea had been asphyxiated. It is not a 10 or a 20 or even a 30-second process. With constant pressure placed on the neck, a person will lose consciousness within 20 to 30 seconds. After that point, the constant pressure has to be maintained on the neck of an unconscious person for an additional 2 to 2.5 minutes before that victim is dead.
Since Daniel was charged with open murder, that meant it was up to the jury to decide which degree he should receive. The prosecution would push for first-degree murder, and the defense would argue that there was simply not enough evidence to convict him of anything beyond manslaughter.
He caused her death. It's not a secret. Is it a murder?
Okay, that's a thought. So we can.
Is this intent? Is this intent to kill her?
Just beyond the pendulum.
Premeditate the intent to kill her? That's the reasonable doubt, folks.
In the end, the jury sided with the prosecution, and Daniel Clay was found guilty of felony murder.
We, the jury, find as follows. Count 1, felony murder, guilty. Count 2, concealing the death of an individual, guilty.
Daniel received a mandatory life sentence without the possibility of parole.
Glad they really looked that hard into what happened.
Today, with the strength in Jesus Christ, I forgive Daniel Clay, because if I don't, all that has happened the last 2 3/4 years will destroy the rest of my life. But forgiving is not forgetting, because forgetting would mean that Chelsea didn't matter.
Scale that.
That Chelsea was not important. That Chelsea didn't exist. Mr. Clay, I am leaving you
Card
with the
destruction.
Bible. Jesus came to heal our mess of a life, and I hope you will let
See
him
what
in,
they're playing.
heal your mess.
I thank you for that Bible. And I
Oh, stupid trap deck, huh? Wow.
Nothing more
Okay.
to say. I am sorry
Activate
for what I
this.
put you through. And I will live with this
Grab
for
Mighty
every day for
Master.
the remainder of my life.
We're fucking chilling, dude. What are your thoughts? It's pretty trash, huh? Yeah, let's just go ahead and pendulum summon, I guess. Run both of these. Summon you. Summon you. Let's think. Did we into the void? We did not. Fantastic. Now we could do an absolute. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. No, it's not. Just gonna IP. Oh, stop. Stop counting. That should be fine. Triple monster negate here, or quadruple. negate, destroy, spin back. Spin it back. We could just link this into a Celine as well. We can go 1, 2, 3. And then resummon anything from here. No, we don't have to play. But yeah, IP into Celine. End phase. Damn, my guy didn't even have the evenly, bro. Should be plenty. Oh wow, you have a hand trap, huh? Good thing I can negate. What is it? What is the hand trap? I want to know. It's not a hand trap, it's a Stovey. And IP Masquerena for the win. Just for funsies. He must have drawn that for the turn, because there's no way he would have just watched me do all that and not max seed. Good game, good game. Good games today. My family's home. Been like 3 hours. I'm gonna try to hop on later. Let's see. I'm really trying to rank climb. How many more days do we got? Till July 31st? Oh, we still have a couple days, bro. We can get pretty high. Alright, well that's it from me. Deuces. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. We got all my other channels. We got Twitter, we got Kick, we got YouTube.